superpowers. I came with the idea of this topic because last week, I don't know if you all remember, but we were talking about which superpowers we would like to have. And well, we talk about really amazing superpowers like maybe controlling time or reading minds or making fight with your hands. And today I'm going to talk about something slightly different, but still is quite amazing. So first I'm going to give some examples about real people with superpowers and the scientific explanation of that. First of all, I'm going to start with a man called Ma Xiang'an from China, who basically he can touch live wires with electricity without feeling any pain. When some years ago he was trying to fix his TV set, he accidentally touched the wire and he didn't feel any pain. So nowadays he's appearing in newspapers, TV, magazines, like just touching wires and don't dying basically. And I'm going to talk also now about two examples that are quite similar but at the same time are different. Like these two men have autism, which means that they have some, I don't know, problems like learning or maybe with social interaction, but they develop like really amazing abilities. The first one is, his name is Stephen Weishan. Basically, this man, once he only needs to look once to a city and he's able to draw it perfectly, like if it was a photography. And nowadays he's traveling around the world just like drawing cities. And the other man, his name is Kim Pick. Well, sadly he died in 2009, but by the time he died he was able to memorize 2,000 books. But not even just like memorize what it's about. He memorized every word, every sentences, everything. This is supposed to be because he has a photographic memory. And well, he also claimed to be able to read 2 pages at the same time, 1 page with each eye, but I don't think this is true. And I'm going to talk about a different case. That his name is Ben Underwood. And when he was a child, when he was 2 years old, he was diagnosed with retinal cancer. So when he was 3 years old, his eyes were removed, so he became blind. But when he was 5 years old, he discovered that he could see with sound. That means that doing clicking noises with his tongue, he was able to detect the objects around him. So nowadays, he's able to do all the activities he wants, like, I don't know, basketball, skateboarding, or whatever. And there is a man called Michael Lolito, which is quite interesting because he can eat everything he wants. Like when he was 9 years old, he decided to eat a TV set, and he didn't die. And apparently, he's able to digest all the metal because his stomach lining is twice as thick as normal. And he became quite famous some time ago because he appeared in the Guinness World Book of Records because he ate a whole aircraft. In 2 years, he was eating 2 pounds of metal every day. And well, he's still alive, so you can Google and have a look. There is another guy, which name is Tainak, and he's from some country in Asia. And well, basically he had a really bad fever. He almost died in 1973, but after recovering from the fever, he discovered he was not able to sleep anymore. So he spent 11,700 consecutive nights without even sleeping 1 hour. And then he went to the doctor, like to say, oh, I cannot sleep. And the doctor said, oh, but you're perfectly, like your health is perfectly good. Like you're energetic. He's a farmer and he goes every day like to do all the stuff farmers have to do, and it's fine. Then well, I'm going to talk about another case that is not a proper superpower, but there is a man called Paul Carlson that he's basically blue. And this happened because he ingested a lot of silver and his skin became blue. And actually this is a real disease called argyria. And well, it's not a proper superpower, but I wanted to talk about that because like we know that many superheroes and villains in films and comics have these characteristics. So I just wanted you to let me know that it's like actually true. I'm going to talk then about a man in Malaysia that he's 70 years old. And you all know Magneto, right, of X-Men? Well, basically, this guy is something similar. He can stick metal objects in his body, like if he was a magnet. And he said that a few years ago, like he read an article about a Taiwan family that could do this, so he basically took a spoon and tried to stick it in his body, and it happened. So now I think that he's trying to stick all kind of metal stuff in his body. And he said that it's hereditary because 3 of his sons and 2 of his grandchildren can do the same. Yeah. And well, the last I'm going to talk is about Buddhist monks, because basically with meditation, a meditation technique called tumo, they can rise the temperature of their fingertips even by 17 degrees, 17 degrees, and like scientists have studied them for 20 years, and they have discovered that are able to control the autonomic nervous system and the immune responses through this meditation technique. Also, they are able to lower their metabolism by 64%, which is actually quite a lot considering that when we sleep we only lower it by 10–15%. So they made a really interesting experiment. They put a lot of Buddhist monks in a really cold room wrapped with cold and wet sheets, and basically they were able to rise the temperature of their body so they didn't get any hypothermia or anything like that. And yeah, that's it. Thank you very much for listening.
Your question? Have you watched this TV series called Extraordinary People?
No.
Because quite a few people who you mentioned, because I used to watch it, quite a few people who you mentioned in your speech actually feature on this TV show called Extraordinary
really?
People, including the blind clicking boy.
No, I haven't watched it. Like,
Yes.
I just did some research.
I think you should actually YouTube it. I don't know if you
Yeah.
have some videos, but if you actually watch it,
Extraordinary People.
Extraordinary People, and then I can't remember what it's called, like Bat Boy or something like that. And it is actually kind of inspiring to watch him do that, because you know it's this kid who can't see, but he's still able to function perfectly simply by doing something that seems so ridiculous to us humans.
If you could have any of those superpowers that you just detailed, which one would it be?
I'm not sure. Maybe rising like the temperature of my body. I think it's the most useful one. Any other question? Yeah.
How many of those things, could anybody do if they put their mind to it?
I'm not really sure. I think probably the one that the monks can do, because all the monks can achieve it if they do this meditation technique. Other, like for example, the guy that became blue, if you eat a lot of soup, you will get this disease. But I don't think anyone wants to be blue. Any other question?
You could turn yourself blue if you wanted to be like really dedicated to a Halloween costume.
I've got to ask the next question. Is there anything you could eat to make yourself go green?
Sprouts, but then you wouldn't have any friends in it.
Any other question?
Just to clarify, that person you mentioned who hasn't been sleeping for a long time, how long he hasn't been sleeping?
11,700 nights.
Wow.
Any more questions?
Yeah, just to comment on that, I'm just wondering why you need 11,700 nights without sleep when you think about going to a doctor.
I presume.
He was feeling alright. So
Yes.
I was just thinking I'm saving time.
Imagine how you double your productivity. Think about it. Well, I'm guessing he was like,
Does anyone know that actually not sleeping would affect your health to the extent you could even die? I think it would.
Fun fact, if you divide 11...
It's more about exhaustion rather than the lack of sleep. You need to relax, you don't necessarily have to sleep, because there was actually this one study that was done, and this bloke now holds a Guinness World Record for, you know, intentionally not sleeping.
Yeah.
Kind of. So the man you were on about, right, he has some kind of condition that means he doesn't sleep. This guy voluntarily chose not to sleep for 6 nights, and he was fine. The only thing that really went wrong with him was that he got extremely irritable, but he was still able to function perfectly well and had no adverse effects. It's more to do with exhaustion as to why people will die if they don't sleep, because that implies that people just keep on going.
I'm more than irritable after 6 nights. So not sleep.
Well, fun fact, 11,700 nights is, in fact, just over 32 years. Quite a long time.
This person's alive, then, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I don't know if he's still alive.
That's why I live.
It's going to be the only guy who's like dead and his eyes going to be open forever.
I will take a lot of coffee.
Um,
Drinking coffee every night.